Hi, welcome to Coral Roots. I'm Adrian. This is my husband Eddie, a reluctant participant in the channel. Meet our golden retriever, Carol. Claire joins us as a special guest from time to time. And we live in Cape Coral, Florida. This channel is devoted to all things living that summer 365 lifestyle. Follow along as I serial start new projects and learn from YouTube University. Hello, welcome back to Coral Roots. We are back in town. Let's go check out the garden and how it did while I was gone for a week. I can tell you because I looked already at the tomatoes. I need this ginormous harvest basket. Things did pretty good. I'm going to spin you around and show you, and then I'll set you up so that we can pick some things. Unfortunately, we are hitting the hot afternoon part of the day, which I guess is also good for the tomatoes. So, tomato 1. Before I left, I picked everything that was remotely blushing or red. It's crazy how much is on this thing. Look at it. I think we're starting to hit where it's getting a little, I think it's going to be done because we're getting some dead leaves on it. But all in all, awesome. This one over here, same thing as far as all of the tomatoes. Yowzers. We also have a boatload of cherry tomatoes hidden amongst all that. I need to do another whole string up of for my little janky Florida weave. And then before we left, I was nervous that I was going to kill or that the flowers were going to die. I did water these this morning, full disclosure, but they did look really good. So basically what I did was pulled up all of my drip irrigation and kind of laid it across the top so that the irrigation goes off on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So it would have had, let's see, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, 3 rounds of irrigation while we were gone, and they survived. What I was nervous about was that they were going to die, that this one was going to meet its demise yet again. This one was actually the least happy of the 3, probably because in the morning this one is in full sun, and those guys don't see sun till around 10:30 or 11. But it worked. I could not be happier that my hanging baskets didn't die. The broccoli, I cannot believe this thing is like still growing. This was a seed I just threw in there months and months ago, and then it decided to germinate out of the blue. I don't think it's going to make a broccoli head before we get way too hot, but there it is. These little green things are like a watercress. That's a weed. I need to pull those. My carrots are getting massive. Look at how good the snapdragons look. Right before I left, remember we planted this Queen's Wreath. That looked really sad. I also did 25 minutes of a drip, like a hose set on drip, like to a drip amount of water. Oh my gosh, that was a tongue twister this morning. So that'll be better. And again, remember, I tied these up with the twine. Not good for it. I will fix that. That was temporary because we had to get out of here. Ooh, I've got peppers on the pepper plant. Look at this. I bet these are going to be hot because they are red. Wow. I think these are jalapenos. My dahlia is looking good. And then over here, I've got some more jalapenos. I believe that's what that is. My Jimmy Nardello grocery store seed peppers are looking pretty good. So, is that ants? I think I might have some ants. That's not a surprise in Florida. The butterfly bush, that's good because that's on drip. So that's looking nice. Carol's very happy to be back in the garden, aren't you? Are you so happy? She was over at her sister's house over in Port Orange, and she had a good time, but she's also pretty happy to be back to her routine, I think. She got to go and meet another golden retriever. Carol doesn't realize she is a golden retriever, so she thought, this is weird. Why are you trying to play with me like a dog? I am a people. That's looking good. And then let's see. Like I said, I did put a hose this morning because I was doing some work stuff. Pomegranate already have some grass growing through there, so I'm going to have to weed. Same with over there. I only weed whip down the weeds, so I'm probably going to pay for that. The pomegranate has another couple of little blossoms on it, so that's fun. Hibiscus, I think these guys are going to be really happy to not be fighting with the grass. Again, weeds, ignore that. But we got a hibiscus flower. And that one just bloomed this morning, so it's probably going to be falling off shortly. The plumeria is blooming. These look like antlers the majority of the year, but when they bloom, they are worth it. Jabotacaba, that we didn't do that last week. The Barbados cherry, I do need to stake that up. That is not looking very happy. And then that Queen's Wreath vine, I think it'll be fine. First of all, please appreciate the size of this harvest basket. It's basically, Carol could sit in it. It's so big. I thrifted this, FYI. Gosh, I almost need to set this on a chair. Yeah. Oh my God. This is so exciting. How many tomatoes do you think I'm going to end up with? Gosh, 100? Now, there are some that are kind of laying down in the dirt, which creeps me out. But I'm going to stick my hand into like a bug mush. Let's hope that's not the case. So far, they're all looking quite beautiful. Yeah, there must be bugs on something down here. There's flies flying at me. Yuck. Yeah, that one's not good. Gross. Uh-oh, I just cracked that. All right, I should go grab a basket for bad ones so that I don't intermix them together. So far, only one bad one, though, for all the flies that flew out of there. There must be more down here that I'm missing, huh? Gosh. Ugh, I do not want to stick my hand into something. I feel like I should go get gloves on just to be safe. There we go. That's the one with the nasties. Oopsie. Oh my God. They're like so ripe. They're just falling off into my hands. My goodness, I'm like upside down. It's not good for my vertigo. What are you smelling, huh? It looks like a nasty thing right there. Let's try not to touch that. All right, yeah, let's get a bin for garbage. Hold on. There's some people down here trying to kayak. They are not good at it. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do. All right, I set you a little further back because it's so hot out here. I think my camera's going to overheat. I got something for the bad ones. Yeah, there's just not enjoying the little fly bugs flying around for the bad ones. Everybody. Get out of there. Also, we had a lot of, I'm sure birds were going crazy over here while I was gone. No? So, yeah, that's definitely the case. Got holes in some of these. Not surprising. Let me get a chair and sit down. Leave it. I don't know if you can see these gals, but they are struggling on the kayaks. All right. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. I'm not totally tipped upside down. Hey, 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 if you're new here, a few months ago, I had my very first ever bout of vertigo in my entire life. I've been healing my spine. It's not an ear thing. People always seem to think it's an ear thing when I tell them about it. Apparently I had a C3, C4 that was out of alignment. And I've been having it adjusted at the chiropractor, but I've not had an adjustment knock on wood, or needed one, it feels like, for several months now. So, but I do try to be careful on my... Okay. Hey, stay here. Oh boy, I don't like all the flies flying around here. I said I was going to go get gloves on and I didn't. As you can obviously see. My gosh. Ah! Hello! Oh, hey, no. No, no. Come here. Don't be barking. Thank you. No, you can be there. She doesn't usually bark at anybody on the canal, so she must realize these girls are not... They are newbies at being on the canal, apparently. Oh my gosh. It's like, I feel like I'm breaking the branches. There's so many down here. And I'm sorry you're not closer for this. But like I said, I'm just trying to get in here. Get as many... Ew, gross. Didn't want to touch that. Nasty. Basically, when I see them, I'm kind of grabbing them right in only the area I can see them, so I don't stick my finger into any, like, bug holes. Oh my gosh, there is so many down here. That one looks gross. Don't touch that. Yeah, smushy. Smushy, mushy. I didn't like that. Didn't like that. Yeah. You. I'm gonna go touch that really. Look at the frosting goes here. I want to do this now. I gotta keep on that part. Holy moly. So one plant, that's my garbage back there with anything that had bugs in it. I didn't show you, but one had some pretty gross worms happening. But look at that. Holy, that's one. I got to do the next one. I feel like I got to go step on the scale. Holy tomato harvest, Batman. This was what I left at the house before. So these were kind of the color of this one here, like kind of blushed, but not all the way red. I pulled out some that I kind of got a little squishy, so I'm going to get rid of those. The first the first tomato plant that you saw me pick from, that is almost 15 pounds of Roma tomatoes. The second one was like in the 8 to 9 range. And then I haven't even weighed the cherry tomatoes yet, but look at this. It's like, hold on. Can I see on this little scale? Let's see. Almost 6 pounds of cherry tomatoes. That's bonkers. I mean, what a bounty. What a bounty. Look at that. It's so amazing. Feel bad for Carol. I actually had her come in partway through because I knew I was doing the cherry tomatoes and she was getting hot. She just got up off the ground. Go ahead. After pouting because she wasn't out there harvesting with me. Weren't you? It's not all a wind today. You can't see behind you, but I totally forgot I started bread, so I think it's overproofed. We'll see. Now I gotta do a lot of processing and stuff with all of these. But, I mean, is this not amazing? Oh, and when I was cutting these little bunches off, I can't tell if I'm on camera or not. When I was cutting the little bunches off with the scissors, I cut myself. Apparently I can't be trusted with scissors. Just a little whee, right in there. That felt great. So I had to come in and take care of that partway through. Also not on camera. And now we are in the front yard to take a look at a couple of things. The salvias, I think I need to trim these back. They're looking a little haggard, but all looking pretty. This rose right here looks like it is about to bloom. That one over there bloomed last week. I don't think I showed it to you. These two are dead. I need to do something with the middle here. Those looks like I need a dead head. But what I want to show you, I don't know why I started with all that negative, was this. Come over here, Carol. Thank you. Wait till you see the Vanessa Bell, David Austin Vanessa Bell rose. Oh, da, 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 da. Look at how beautiful it is. And these are at the end of the day. They were just opening this morning. Oops, sorry. They smell absolutely amazing. And also, look how tall they are. Like, I was going to say Carol for reference, but she just walked away. But it's got to be 4.5 feet tall. Comes up to almost my neck. We're going to call that it for this particular video. That's what the house looks like, or the plants look like coming back from a week away in April in Cape Coral, Florida. Thanks for watching. Bye.